Trauma frequently results from extreme stress brought on by circumstances beyond one's capacity to handle them, such as a loved one's passing, the loss of a special connection, or a loved one's rejection. Do you act as though everything is okay when it isn't? Negative emotions are repressed when there is no constructive or healthy way to process your trauma. Unsolved trauma can be difficult to spot on the outside, especially when it comes to oneself. So here are 9 signs you're still suffering from unhealed trauma. 1. You resist positive change. Is your initial reaction to be skeptical of positive things that come into your life? Every time you allow yourself to become attached to someone or enjoy your own accomplishment, do you have a sense of guilt or shame? If so, you may be carrying around unresolved trauma because you secretly believe that you don't deserve to be happy. You struggle to embrace good change, and you may even try to oppose it at first. 2. You need to plan for everything. Do you feel the desire to maintain total control? When things don't turn out like you want them to, do you become irritated and feel lost? Most likely, a painful event that left you feeling defenseless and vulnerable is what gave rise to your need for control. You find yourself micromanaging everything as a result, and you worry about things that are beyond your control. This demonstrates your deep mistrust of both the world and yourself. 3. You have a strong fear of failure. It's natural for people to be terrified of failing. However, if your desire to achieve comes to exceed your intense fear of failing, it may be harmful. You lose out on a lot of possibilities as a result, which not only stifles your creativity and drive, but you may also result in perfectionism and insecurity. You may have internalized your flaws and developed a poor self-perception as a result of unresolved trauma. 4. You have a strong fear of success. A significant dread of achievement, on the other hand, is another way that suppressed trauma might show up. Have you ever held anything you wanted back because you were afraid of what may happen if you got it instead of what might happen if you didn't? Before you even have what you want, you're frightened of losing it. People who were abandoned or lost a loved one at an early age sometimes exhibit the inclination to unintentionally harm their own prospects of success. 5. You have difficulty concentrating. Trauma has many negative psychological side effects, and sufferers frequently have unexpected attention problems. Your mind may be pleading with you for assistance and requesting that you deal with your trauma if you have been experiencing memory gaps, frequent blackouts, and trouble maintaining your train of thought. 6. You have trouble asking for help. Do you find it difficult to talk to people about what happened to you? When you've been subjected to abuse or mistreated in any way, it might be difficult to seek assistance. You are too terrified to call out to someone else, so you prefer to suffer in silence. You don't want to be judged, denied, rejected, or viewed as weak by individuals in your immediate vicinity. 7. You often hurt yourself or others. Do you become angry with other people when you're upset? Every time you have a difficulty, do you isolate yourself and push your loved ones away? There are occasions when you wind up taking it out on yourself and others you care about if you're still suffering from unresolved trauma. You develop a turbulent, uncontrollable, and excessively sensitive emotional state. You become irate, damage items, and maybe even start harming yourself. 8. You struggle with low self-esteem. Trauma may affect your self-image in a variety of ways, particularly if it has roots in your early life. Neglect, abuse, and abandonment may all make you doubt your own value. If someone you loved abused you, it might be difficult to feel good about yourself. According to studies, people with PTSD frequently experience poor self-esteem and feelings of worthlessness. 9. You have unexplained psychological symptoms. Do you experience greater fear and terror than before? Do you struggle to experience happiness or appreciate the things you used to? Do you lack a sense of hunger or have problems falling asleep at night? According to studies, PTSD sufferers frequently experience anxiety, melancholy, disassociation, depersonalization, panic attacks, frequent flashbacks, nightmares, and emotional discomfort. Have you ever gone through a traumatic event? If so, how do you propose to deal with it? In order to fully go ahead in life and find some peace of mind, healing from trauma requires time and work, but it is worth it.